welcome back to the podcast. Hi, hello, hi. Hope you're doing good. Hope everyone is staying sane. Uh,
Yeah, I hope everybody's staying sane in this crazy, crazy world.
Tell me about it. Jesus.
Uh,
We have a couple things we're going to talk about today. Oh, I'm thinking, I just realized, what was the thing we wanted to talk more about from the last, or it might have been the last one, the one two times before? Wasn't there something that we were going to talk about? Uh, your memory is probably better than mine at this point.
oh, I don't know.
No, it's all right. It wasn't, I don't remember it being something big. I just remember, I could have sworn I remember saying, oh, we'll talk about this later. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Anyways, the real topic at hand, Jeffrey Epstein. If you haven't heard about it 900 times in the past month, you're gonna hear it again. Um, for those who don't know, the House of Representatives shut down Congress until September because Mike Johnson didn't want to vote on the Epstein stuff. Uh, like at this point, at this point, the efforts that have gone into trying to hide this information, in my opinion, has done more in aiding people wanting to see it than the actual like aspect of wanting to see it. It's like when someone says they have a surprise for you. It's like I wasn't excited until you told me that you had a surprise for me, and now I want to keep asking and like ask questions and try and get it out of you because I'm excited for the surprise.
I don't know what happened to this hat. Excuse me.
What do you mean, like the top part?
Yeah, something's wrong. I don't know. Can't be my head. My head's even, but must be the hat. Okay, I'm
There you
sorry.
go. There you go. No, you're good. But yeah, like the excitement of someone telling me it's your surprise, like, oh, I've got a surprise for you. Ah, now I want to know even more. Same thing. He's been on a tear, and in my opinion, there has not been a single decision that Trump or the administration or even Republicans on the for this matter have made that has not made this situation worse. Every single time a decision has been made or someone has said something in those positions, it has consistently been the worst decision they've ever had. Pam Bondi outwardly saying there's no list despite her, or no files despite her saying it was on her desk. Kash Patel now possibly contemplating resigning or combating Trump, saying just release the list already. Um, the head of, I don't know if it was the Defense Department or someone else who's in a closer sphere to Kash Patel, who's another head, recently resigned because of this topic. Uh, Mike Johnson, like I said, shutting down the House because he doesn't want to vote on it because he knows that Republicans and Democrats would vote to release the documents. And now Trump going so far as starting an investigation into Obama about something from a decade ago. And now also I saw, yeah, I think it was yesterday, some Republicans are bringing up Hillary's emails again. Like,
Yeah, yeah. You know what it is, Peter? I'll interrupt you quickly and I'll let you continue. It's a great tactic. When being attacked, you attack. That's a great attack by him.
I guess,
You know,
like, but the problem is like, there's no strategy to it. He's
I
just
know.
outwardly like I saw a clip of him today saying, anytime anyone asks you about Epstein, just talk about Obama. Like he's outwardly telling people to just deflect. And he's one of his administration, I don't know if it's his attorney or someone, is going to be meeting with Ghislaine this week uh to talk with her, which unfortunately, I see one of three things happening. One, they talk to her. She says she's not giving any information unless it's all the information.
She's
And
afraid she's going to be killed.
that's what I was going to say. So my three possible outcomes of him meeting with Ghislaine. She's already made a statement to her brother, apparently, that she's fearing for her life. But the three options is one, They come to her and say, give this information and this information only. She says, no, it's either all or nothing. And then they Epstein her. Two, she agrees and basically just only says Democratic leaders and gets a pardon. Or three, I forgot the third one. No, she gets Epsteined, she gets pardoned, or the third one is she like they just leave her and she rots in jail. Um, but
And also Epstein's lawyer died at age
I
80.
know, I know everyone around this man is dropping like flies. Like it's it's so bad. It's so bad. The amount of lies and problems that are going on. And something that I was talking to someone yesterday about was I I don't think I ever would have expected so many people so close to his chest to go against him on this topic, right? Kash Patel, Tulsi Gabbard, the other guy. I keep forgetting he's a bald guy, but he's got a broad chin and he's got he keeps a sort of um, very thin beard. Um,
Yeah, but Tulsi's attacking Obama.
yeah, now, but like she multiple people within his cabinet who were pretty close to him. They're not just like lower tier, like low level workers. These are Kash Patel, Tulsi Gabbard, Marjorie Taylor Greene, right? All these different people who they'd get on their knees and say ah for him if he asked 6 months ago. And now they're starting to turn on him. Whether they fully turn on him or it's just this topic, that's a separate thing. But I don't with how this administration came in, with how this administration was coming through the front door when he got inaugurated, I was prepared for what's been happening, right? I was expecting some type of regime, but the and inevitably, right, things break down, especially when it's so poorly managed like him. But I didn't expect this many and this direct, right? I expected maybe people to just resign and they get replaced, but you've got Kash Patel outwardly speaking out against him, saying just release the files. Like what's wrong with you guys? And combating these things that Pam Bondi is saying.
Why would
Uh,
you be surprised? I think it was 30 or 35 members of his crew on his first time that he was president quit.
yeah, but this is a different crew, and
No,
like
I'm saying it. That's the history of it.
that's true. But my point is he went from what could arguably have been more traditional Republicans or Republicans that were more in uh the shall we say the center of right-wing politics, Republican politics, and
Yeah.
they were pushed a little farther right versus I would argue a lot of the people that he has in his cabinet now are far right and he's going farther than that, which is the problem. Because in my opinion, there's a stark difference of where his cabinet is this time versus last time. So the fact that the cabinet this time is much farther right, much more aggressive, and much more willing to enact some form of a arguably authoritarian state, the fact that they're turning on him at this stage, at this point, you'd think that they would ride it till the wheels fall off, but they're not. There's still something in them that's willing to fight this, even to whatever degree, to whatever topic. It's just surprising. Um,
So, what do you think is going to be on that list?
I just saw a video. I think it was someone what is it? Not rebirthed. What is it? When a video comes back up. Um, the hell's the name? What is it? What is the name when like a video is unearthed? Jesus Christ. Um
I have to.
they just unearthed an old video of Epstein at Trump's wedding. Like someone I saw a news clip today, someone said there's more photos and videos of Trump with Epstein than there are trans people in the entire sports industry. And it, like, which is a crazy thing to say because it's true, but the it's a great juxtaposition. And my point being is this man is if this man with how many photos and how many ties that he has to Trump and Epstein together. If this man is free and clear, that like it has to be a moonshot, like a literal. He has to hit the triple sevens on this. There's, in my opinion, no factual way that he is not involved, at least to some degree. Now, is he the kingpin, like, second in command next to Epstein? No, I don't think that. But with how hard and how much he is pushing to hide this document, because truly, if he's if he's innocent, no innocent man is gonna hide this document, especially someone like him. Especially someone like him. Any reason to tout that he is better than everyone else. This would be a perfect opportunity to release the list and say, look at all of these Democrats and Republicans that are lesser than me. Look at how good I am. He's a narcissist at heart. This would be the perfect thing. The fact that he's hiding and working so hard to hide this, and he tells Mike Johnson to shut down Congress so that they can go meet with Ghislaine and try and make a pardon deal. Um, there's a reason for that. There's a full reason, and also not to mention Pam Bondi enacting or having 1,000 agents. I don't know if you heard about that. She's having 1,000 agents go through all of the Epstein files and flag anytime it says Donald Trump's name.
Hmm.
If you have to have 1,000 agents to go through all the Epstein files and you are flagging specifically Donald Trump's name, there's a problem. There's a problem.
Yeah, but remember what he said? It might have been in jest, but he once said, uh, "They love me so much, my followers, that I could kill somebody." I'm just paraphrasing in front of everyone, and they'd find me not guilty.
I
Remember?
disagree. I disagree. As someone who is online a lot, right? My job is to be online. Um, there is a really significant wave of people that are not happy with him. They're turning on him. Like I'm talking about, I'm not talking about legacy media. Legacy media does absolutely nothing. I mean, they're a reason. There's a reason it's called legacy media. Um, anyone who's social media, there's a lot of social media commentators, a lot of YouTubers, a lot of podcasters that Twitter users, and so on and so forth, who are right wing pushers. They push for that right wing narrative. They go on podcasts and they promote that type of crap. A lot of them are turning on him on this topic. A
Yeah, but
lot.
he's smart. You know why he's
No,
smart?
he's not smart.
Now, let me
He's
explain
not
to you why.
smart. He's got
Uh,
smart. He may have smart people around him, but he's not smart.
no, he does the philosophy. Let's attack or let's defray what people are thinking if I can do it, he says.
Yeah,
Like, for
it's not
example,
it's not smarts though. That's just persistence. If he's persistent enough to deny, defend, depose, like the way the health insurance does, that's not a smart move. That just means that you're immovable on this topic. You may have the sack to look at 1,000 people and say, I'm not going to say anything, but that doesn't make you smart because
no,
you're
I don't
making it
mean,
obvious that you're on you're on these in these files.
yeah, what I mean by this is he's throwing other shit against the wall. For example,
He's trying, yeah.
yeah, example. Let's
Obama.
let's change the names of the football teams back to where they were before people said that they were racially unfit, like the
Well, they
Washington
are. I mean,
Redskins.
those are racist
But he wants to
names.
put it back to the Washington Redskins,
Right.
or uh, taking the Opera Hall, the Kennedy Opera Center, and naming it after his wife, or uh, Well, it's something there, or
right?
or claiming he just reached a deal with Japan where it'll only be 15% tariffs.
Yeah, which is almost ineffective for Japan. They're going to continue to do exactly what they want.
Yeah, or the states that our economy is healthy when the American dollar has lost a great deal of money in the last couple of years, of value over the last couple of years. He takes his numbers and he tells the public what it is, and his followers will believe him. I
That's the
mean,
thing. I disagree. I
I
don't
think they're a cult.
I don't. Oh no, let's agree on that. I agree that those who are still in support of him, it is a cult, 100%. Because if we're gonna sit here and think critically, yes, absolutely, absolutely, 100% of the time. Because anytime you try and talk about it, you try and combat it, they try and flip the script, and you're like, hold on, but you're deflecting now, or oh, let's talk about Obama. It's like I didn't like
Yeah,
Obama, so I don't know what you're trying to get on me here. Um,
I
yeah,
just told
I
Peter
personally, I don't think for this topic specifically, I
Epstein.
think, yeah, I think it's different than everything else because one, this was one of the things that he put in his campaign. It wasn't like at every meeting, at every stadium that he's talking about it and bringing it up, but it was discussed and he, it was a thing that caught fire early on because someone had I think it was Fox News in an interview had clipped him saying that he would release Epstein documents, MLK Jr. documents, and JFK documents, and they clipped it right there. And then a moment after, he says, maybe not the Epstein stuff." But they clipped the first part of him saying he'll release the Epstein stuff, caught fire. He ran with that. And then you have Pam Bondi saying it's on her desk, Epstein, MLK, and JFK. And you have to
Remember,
remember the Republican Party, that's Trump, that's heavy Trump. A big topic for them
yeah, but you know
is
what? And anybody says anything against him, he cancels them. Look at the TV hosts. He
I
can't. He's
disagree.
getting them canceled.
I
Uh,
disagree. Like I said, a big topic, a big topic for Trump Republicans is um I don't know if I can say this word on YouTube, so I'm going to dance around it and hopefully everyone understands it. It is adults who interact with children in inappropriate ways. That term, I don't think I can say that on YouTube or these other platforms, but that is a big topic with Republicans because they tend to
all the
call the now
Christians,
hold on
holy rollers.
it is a big topic in general. That is a big problem. But
Yeah,
it is a word that is thrown around quite frequently in the Republican sector, calling a lot of queer people that, a lot of trans people that. And so when you then have the kingpin of that, Epstein, and you claim you're gonna, as president, release those documents. And since then, you've done everything you can to deflect. That's not a topic that people are going to let up on because that's what some people voted for him on. Some people voted for him for lower egg prices and to release the Epstein files because they look at that as the greatest sin on the planet, especially some of these Midwestern religiousites. So, like, as I said, as someone who's on the social media sphere, there are significant right wing content creators and commentators and podcasters who have run the gauntlet and will literally do and say anything in the support of Trump who are turning on him on this topic.
well,
And it's
I just
again
yeah, I
it's
just
one of the most blatantly obvious forms of deflection that he
yeah,
continues to
yeah, yeah,
use
yeah,
that even people online who would, like I said, normally support him are seeing through that.
yeah,
And again, if truly he was innocent and truly it wasn't that big of a deal, release it. That's
yeah.
like it would have been released already.
Well, it does.
because even
I took,
some of the victims have come forward saying release the documents because he's trying to claim that these victims are like, oh, we don't want to re-traumatize the victims. They tried to run that for about a day and a half, and two or three victims came out and made public statements saying, no, release it. They're like, no,
yeah,
no, I want you to release it. Do it. And
yeah.
of
Well,
course,
I hope that he gets uh, attacked by some of his Republican Party in the sense that he has to release it, because if he doesn't release it, he's just going to come forth and say, "Oh, it's the Democrats. They're doing
yeah,
this
no,
again." You know.
of course. And that's where that's where this is going to be interesting to see what happens because now that Congress is shut down for a month and a half till September,
Well, I think they're coming back Wednesday, coming back tomorrow, aren't they?
not to my
Because they have to
knowledge,
vote on a budget.
not to my knowledge, they
Oh,
stopped all voting till September
wonderful.
because of the Epstein stuff, because they were going to vote on Epstein stuff. And Mike Johnson was allegedly told by Trump, because one of the people asked him, did Trump tell you to go to a recess till September because of the Epstein stuff? And his response was, oh, I talk to Trump all the
Uh-oh.
time. We talk to him a lot. But,
Uh-oh.
but
I lost the,
here, I'll pause it.
sorry.
You're good. I paused it. We're good. We're back now. But
I just hope that they find nothing on him. That would be the biggest embarrassment for our country, and for him. Uh,
you hope that there's nothing on him
yes,
in these documents.
yes. I hope that he's innocent because, uh, just like with this Obama thing, where he's accusing Obama of the Obama Gate, whatever it is. I hope that no former president and no president, not just him, I hope no former president is involved with Epstein on the list, because there are some rumors that some other presidents might
Yeah,
be on
no,
there.
there's
So,
pictures with Bill Clinton and Epstein hanging out. Like
yeah,
again, pictures hanging out with these guys doesn't mean that they necessarily
yeah,
did these things. It could have been at the same country club, but
yeah.
uh,
I want him to be innocent because I don't want this to hang over the United States. I really don't.
unfortunately, I'm sorry to tell you, there is no world, in my opinion, where there is not at least a couple of high-powered politicians and maybe presidents who are involved with this man. And that's just the reality of it with how big this guy was and how he died and
Mhm.
how this information is being kept from everyone. Unfortunately, the reality is there is a significant chance that Trump specifically, but other presidents and
Yeah,
politicians are involved. And personally, I would rather it come out, we find it, and we deal with it than it never come out and we just try and save the sanctity of America's image as if America's image is not horrendous at this current time, I let alone the past few presidents.
yeah.
So
Well, he started. We didn't realize this, but in the beginning, uh, he changed the FBI, the leadership of the FBI, and
no,
everything like
we
that.
all knew this was going to happen.
Yeah, yeah, right, yeah,
He said it when he was campaigning. He said
yeah,
he wants to be dictator. He said he wants to uh
yeah.
he said there's not going to be another one. And we've got politicians now claiming that he's going to try and rig the 2026 election. Um and you've
Wow.
got Texas trying to redistrict during a flood because he knows that he's going to lose his seat.
Mm,
And he's
yeah,
redistricting. And now other states in retaliation are trying to redistrict
yeah.
because,
Gerrymandering is terrible.
right. But unfortunately, Texas is the number one gerrymandering in the world. They
Well,
just,
technically, Texas technically could claim themselves to be their own country.
yeah, so could California, but
Yeah,
like that doesn't do anything.
yeah. I know.
The point being is,
Okay, let's
it,
see if what's her name? is after she meets with
Oh, Ghislaine.
Pam Bondi. Let's see if 2 weeks after she meets with him, if she's still alive.
That'll be the cherry on top is if they do decide to Epstein her,
Mm.
how quickly they do it, because how quickly they do it will be the difference of how noticeable this is. I mean,
Yeah.
it'll be noticeable if she dies in general, but like if they're like, yeah, we just met with her, and then a week later, oh, she's dead, and you're like, no.
So, with that in mind, what bugs me really, I know we want to clear this up, and it must be cleared up. But with what's going on in the world today, financially,
Mhm.
and what's going on in the world today in the Middle East,
Yeah.
I think we're defraying from the importance, not you and I, but we're defraying our attention from the importance of the war in Ukraine, the war in the Middle East, uh, the possible European uh, reevaluation of how they're going to have their economy based on the United States
Well, but
dollars. There are more important things, but this has taken the highlight.
so I think it depends on what we define as more important, because uh, under the theoretical assumption that Trump and other major presidents are involved with this man, that is probably one of the most important things that can be said, because w when you have world leaders, our literal president, under the theoretical assumption that he is on that list and he's heavily involved in the documents, and Clinton is, and Bush is, and whoever else, that is a like that's borderline like a crumble of our of American democracy, because you now have to look at who was Epstein connected to? Did he have
Yeah,
foreign leaders that were connected to him? Was this a method of blackmail? Was this a method of control from the inside for the American democracy? Were decisions made based on the fact that there was evidence being held over these people's heads? And it it starts to break down the fabric of this country in a way that people were not previously expecting. Does that change what's going on globally? No.
yeah.
But in terms of what's going on in Ukraine, yeah, that's like I can't even go super far into the foreign aspect of that. In terms of the Middle East, there's a lot of other countries that are also not partaking because they are aware that if they try to help anyone that's not Israel, US is going to drop a nuke on them. And now on top of that, the EU and just Europe in general shy like moving away from the American dollar. That's a direct result of Trump. That's just there's no like focus or problem with that, because it's entirely Trump's fault. 100% based on the
Yeah.
tariffs, based on his decisions. He's attempting to isolate America. It's isolationism. That's why
Yeah.
he's trying to kick out all the immigrants. That's why he's doing this. We still have 50% on steel, 50% tariff on steel. He's tariffing Canada. Every single country's got a fucking tariff on them.
They're talking about building more tents, another Alcatraz.
I know they're gonna be in New Jersey and Indiana. And so
Yeah,
my point is these are Trump's decisions. This is Trump's America. These are his decisions. He's made these decisions. Previously on this podcast, I've stated, and I would stand by that prior to this presidency, where I would argue the first year to year and a half is the result of the previous president. That is under the assumption that the presidents were playing by the rules. This presidency has dropped so many executive orders, and the Supreme Court has allowed so many things to happen in record speed that previous presidents couldn't have gotten done in 2 years. He's gotten he's gotten articles and laws and bills done in a month. that other presidents couldn't get done in 2 years because of Congress infighting or the Supreme Court or whatever. He has everyone in his pocket, and he has done such drastic change to this country in the past 6 months that the way this country is a result of his decisions. They're not entirely right, 100%. He didn't build America from the ground up on January, but a lot of these decisions are a result. A lot of these results are because of his decisions, because of his executive orders, because of the Supreme Court allowing these things and allowing American society to crumble.
So, so let us see what happens. I don't think we're gonna get a resolve right away, although we'd like to. Maybe October. What do you think?
I'd be very interested to see what happens. Um, I'm interested to see what's going to happen over the next month, in regards to how people maintain and react to this topic. Regarding Epstein, I doubt people are going to just forget about it at this point. It's too many things. If he would have gone to a recess for a month, maybe a month ago, maybe, but given how much focus has been on it, it's too sensationalized now. So I think people are going to stick with it till it's done. And so I'm interested to see how that develops over the next month. And also, in late August, the I don't remember the name of it, but the I think it's Smart Elections is going to court for a hearing regarding Rockland County, New York, and possible vote manipulation. So that was something that was talked about months ago, was they investigated multiple states and multiple counties for election for vote manipulation
But didn't
regarding
he said
what?
he wants to take over New York.
Yeah, but there was someone had people were looking at the results in various counties, pivotal counties in pivotal swing states where people had voted for Democrats, Republicans, and it certain counties like Rockland County, New York, where the Democratic state rep won, but Kamala got zero votes. Zero.
Yeah.
Tens of thousands of
Well,
people voted blue for a state rep, but 0 to maybe 50 voted for Kamala. And that is, and given that that happened in a swing state, and given that that happened allegedly in multiple swing states, in multiple counties, the math behind it says that it is logistically impossible. Like the amount of places that it's happened where on top of that, not only has it happened in multiple places, but the fact that she got 0 to maybe 50 votes in places where the blue state rep won is impossible, is logistically impossible. Could it happen? Yeah, but it's a like 0.5001% chance that it just so happens all these places happened. And Smart Elections has been investigating it, and Rockland County, New York has been the center of this investigation. They were going to go to trial in September. They are now going to go to the trial. Well, not trial. They're going to a hearing. The trial is supposed to be for early next year. They were going to a hearing in September. It was moved to late August, and so that's going to happen in between here.
yes.
Um,
Well, one of the things with Epstein, getting back to him and then closing it out,
yeah.
is that the longer that we wait, the more chance we're going to find people hanging around.
What do you mean?
More guilty people are going to start hanging around.
Oh yeah. More. I agree. More guilty people are going to start trying to support and trying to run pass interference on this.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
So
and some will be actually hanging by a rope.
maybe,
Could be.
maybe, maybe.
Never
Maybe
know.
I
Never
I would
know.
never I would never call upon that to happen on any government official because that's illegal and they can arrest you for that. So I would never call upon that in any public manner or in general. I would never call upon
Yeah,
that.
that's why I said before, I want them to find out that Nobody.
No, wrong. I want the names. I don't want
No, no,
nobody on
I
there.
want the
That's
names. Yeah, I
horse.
do want the names,
That's
but
horse crap. Oh, I don't want nobody on there. Horse
no,
crap.
no.
Horse
In the
crap.
best case scenario, I would like to see nobody's guilty,
Yeah, well,
but it's not going to happen.
in the
It's
best case
not going to.
scenario, this man wouldn't have existed. That's the
Well,
best case scenario. In the best case
remember
scenario,
something.
this
He
man would
was a
not have been
player.
alive.
All his life, he was a player. Okay, good
Don't call
looking.
we are not calling Epstein a player. That's not what we're doing.
No, Trump.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All
Well,
his
even
life.
so, that man is also openly admitted to walking into young girls and doing a pageant show while they're changing. So like we're not
Yeah,
calling
he
him
was
a
a.
player. No,
Yeah.
no, he is a disgusting man. He's a
Yes.
disgusting man. That's not a
He,
player. Uh,
he's a disgusting scumbag. Excuse
oh,
my language.
we've
Do I have to
said
take that? Do I have to take that off
no,
the
we've said
podcast?
shit and fuck on this podcast. We can say
Oh,
scumbag.
okay. But again, the thing is, he is the president of the United States, and
Garbage.
yes, but he reflects on the people of the United States.
And this country has been in a downward spiral for a chunk of time now. He has
Yes,
simply just put the plane and pushed it forward. We're going in. We're going into he leaned into it. He leaned into it.
yeah.
So
So with that in mind, let's see what happens with Epstein. Let's see what happens with the witness. The witness. What's her name again? Gastine.
Ghislaine,
Ghislaine.
yeah,
Ghislaine.
yeah.
I hope she has a lot of protection,
I doubt it.
and I will not be surprised at anything that happens or doesn't happen. Okay.
I
And
guaranteed someone's got some type of parlay on her
yeah, I wonder what
on some
Vegas says.
right.
Uh,
There's not even Vegas. There's probably some betting apps out there
no,
that have
no,
a better
Vegas. You
parlay.
could bet on anything in
Yeah, yeah.
Vegas.
Well, I know, but you can do that on these apps. People who don't live
Yeah.
in Vegas.
But anyway,
Ah, Jesus.
it's a terrible, interesting thing where we got Epstein and we got Diddy and
Yeah. Well, all right.
all this stuff going on.
We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll talk about it. We got like
Yeah.
30 seconds left. So,
Okay.
peace out.
Everybody be healthy.
Be healthy.
Don't get aggravated. I'm aggravated now.
I bet. Peace out.
Peace out.